I want you to stop for a moment and think. Have you ever felt that you are different? That even amidst so many difficulties and challenges, you have a strength that cannot be explained, an intelligence that the people around you admire, but that also bothers them? If you are here, it is because there is something special in you, something that goes beyond what the world understands. Being chosen is not an easy privilege. It is not about having everything in comfort or being born with a silver spoon in your mouth. On the contrary, the chosen ones often arise in difficult places, in complicated environments, where the mind needs to be sharper to survive and thrive. This intelligence that you possess is strategic, silent, and powerful. You think ahead, calculate, observe. You do not act impulsively, but with wisdom. And this draws attention, both from those who admire you and from those who try to bring you down. This inner strength, this aura that you carry, cannot be ignored. It is a sign that you have been called for something greater. It is the call to live a life aligned with God, to use your talent and wisdom to transform your reality and that of the people around you. You have a light within you that bothers those who live in the dark and enchants those who seek the truth. In this video, we are going to talk about this intelligence of the chosen ones, this wisdom that is not just knowledge, but comes from a deep place within the soul. We will show how this silent strength makes you a natural leader, even if you do not seek titles or recognition. You have something great to accomplish, and now is the time to recognize your true strength. If you feel that this message speaks to your heart, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel now. Here, we walk together, strengthening your faith and helping you awaken all the potential that God has placed in you. So, click the follow button and come with me on this journey of growth and transformation. First of all, one of the things that sets you apart the most is the way your mind works. You don't live in the present as if it were the only moment. Instead, you are already thinking about the next steps, the possibilities ahead, the moves that others can't even imagine. It's as if you see an invisible board, where each movement makes a difference, and you know exactly how to position your pieces. This ability to plan, to foresee situations, is not a common talent. It's not something you learn solely through study or daily experience. It is a spiritual gift, a present from God so you can stay ahead, not being caught off guard by the difficulties of life. You see patterns where others see chaos, identify intentions behind actions, and understand what is to come before it happens. That's why you don't react impulsively. Unlike many people who act in the heat of the moment, you calculate your steps calmly and wisely. This strategy keeps you steady, protected, and a step ahead, even when the world seems like a game of chance. You know that each decision matters, and you choose to act with awareness and purpose. This way of acting may cause frustration in those around you, especially those who try to control you or manipulate situations for their own benefit. They expect you to react like everyone else, to be carried away by emotion. But you are different. This difference sometimes provokes envy, jealousy, and even attacks, because the chosen one disturbs precisely because they are not predictable, because they are not controllable. But see this as a sign that you are on the right track. When the world tries to bring you down because it doesn't understand your mind, it's because your light is shining brightly. You are an invisible architect of your own destiny, shaping your life with each choice, with each calculated step. You build a reality that many cannot even imagine. Being this way is not easy. It requires patience, focus, and a lot of faith. Because while you are planning and acting wisely, others are making noise, trying to destabilize things. But in the silence of your strategies, God is opening doors and preparing the way for you to achieve everything He has promised. Remember, the vision beyond the common reach is not just for your personal benefit. It serves so that you can be light and strength for others who are still lost in the dark, who still cannot see beyond the immediate. You are called to lead with this vision, to be an example of courage, intelligence, and persistence. So, when you feel like you are thinking too beyond, that you are planning steps that no one understands, do not be discouraged. This is a gift. It is your way of walking aligned with God and building a life of purpose. Continue to act calmly, studying the board of life and trusting that each of your moves is being guided. You are not alone in this. God is with you, giving you wisdom and protecting your journey. Your future is being written now, piece by piece, strategy by strategy. You are the architect of your destiny. Use this vision to transform your life and the lives of those around you. This is the true strength of the chosen one, to see what others do not see and to act wisely. You know that silence is not weakness, it is power. While many spend energy speaking loudly, trying to prove something, competing for attention, you understand that true strength lies in quietness, careful observation, and precise action. The silence of the chosen one is a strategy, a way of life that both disturbs and disarms at the same time. When the world shouts, you listen. When everyone wants to showcase their worth through words, you choose to speak little. But when you do speak, your words carry weight. They hold wisdom, experience, and authority. That is why your phrases are listened to attentively, even if they are few. The strength of silence lies in the attentive gaze. You observe situations, perceive hidden intentions, and assess the movements around you. This serene gaze conveys more than 1,000 words. It shows that you are in control, that you know what you are doing, and that you don't need to rush to prove anything. Many times, the silence of the chosen one intimidates those who live in manipulation and ego games. They don't know what to think when you don't engage in the discussion or react to provocations. This silence creates an invisible barrier that protects you and makes it clear that you are not there to fight, but to win wisely. And winning this way is unsettling. Those who depend on noise to assert themselves become lost before your behavior. They expect you to exhaust yourself in confrontation, but you have another weapon: patience, calmness, and the power to act at the right moment. Therefore, the silence of the chosen one is not absence, but presence. A strong and constant presence that changes the environment. You don't need a megaphone to lead. Your posture, your confidence, and your gaze speak for you. This is true leadership, one that does not seek applause but results. Think of the leader who guides crowds without needing to shout, who leads with a gesture, with a calm word, with a firm gaze. He does not impose his will through volume, but through the natural authority that comes from wisdom and coherence. This is the model of the chosen one. Being silent does not mean being passive. On the contrary, it means being active in an intelligent way. It is knowing when to speak and when to act. It is preparing the ground before planting, waiting for the right moment to harvest. It is maintaining serenity even when everything around is agitated. Silence also serves to strengthen your spirit. While many lose themselves in useless discussions and distractions, you use this time to pray, reflect, and connect with God. This contact is the source of your strength, the secret of your power. Do not feel pressured to always be the most talkative. Your voice is valuable because it is measured. Your wisdom is recognized because it is applied at the right time, and your silence is respected because it is full of meaning. Continue to wield this powerful weapon. Remain calm in the face of attacks. Observe without getting involved in fights, and always act with purpose. The silence that commands is the silence that wins. You are chosen, And your strength lies in the balance between what you speak and what you keep, between what you act upon and what you wait for. This is the key to being a true leader, not by volume, but by presence. Chosen one of the characteristics that defines you is the ability not to cling to the rules imposed by others. While many live bound to limiting patterns, you have the courage to look beyond, to imagine new possibilities, and to open paths where others see only obstacles. This ability is not a mere senseless rebellion. It is a strategic innovation. You don't break rules just to cause a stir or to be different. You know that some norms were made to be surpassed, for life to advance, for something new to emerge. You reinvent the game, creating realities that once seemed impossible. While some are afraid to step out of the safe place, you know that true freedom lies in creation. You understand that following the same path as everyone else only generates more of the same, and that to grow, one must dare, change, and reinvent oneself. This vision makes you a true visionary. But this attitude can scare those who are still trapped in old norms. To them, your freedom is a threat. They fear the new, the different, and try to hold you back so you don't break the structures they know. But don't let the fear of others stop you from moving forward. You were made to lead, not to follow. Think of the chosen one as someone who not only walks on a pre-made road, but who takes a pen and redraws the map. They create shortcuts, detours, bridges that no one had imagined. This is the role of great leaders and transformers. Being a rule breaker is, in fact, being a creator. You are inventing new ways to live, to work, to love. And this creation is an expression of your intelligence and wisdom. Don't confuse your attitude with empty rebellion, which is merely resistance without purpose. Your innovation is a movement full of meaning, a conscious and responsible advance. You know what you want to change and why. Your path is guided by a clear vision of what can be better. Remember that great changes in history began with someone who dared to break the rules and think differently. And you carry that same courage and vision within you, so do not be afraid to be different. Use your intelligence to open doors where no one sees an exit. Be a builder of new paths, a visionary who transforms the world with ideas and actions. Your freedom is a light for those who also want to step out of the ordinary and live a full life, full of purpose and meaning. Have you ever noticed how your simple presence can transform a place? It's not by what you say or do, but by the energy you carry with you. When you enter an environment, something changes. People can feel it, even if they can't explain it properly. This is the powerful strength of your presence. Your energy is different. It has a frequency that doesn't go unnoticed. It can bring peace to some and discomfort to others. This is because your light reveals what many try to hide, their own truths, insecurities, and limits. When you are near, what is hidden comes to light, and that affects people. But know that this transformation is not something you control. It is a natural effect of your connection with God. Your presence is a reflection of the light that dwells within you. And this light is capable of illuminating even the darkest places, even if you are silent. When you arrive in a room, your energy can be like a cool breeze on a hot day, bringing relief and hope. Others may feel as if something is being questioned within them, and this can generate different reactions. Some approach seeking that peace, while others back away to avoid facing their own shadows. And this difference in reaction shows the power of your presence. You are not here to please everyone, but to be true to your mission. The energy you carry has the purpose of helping people face themselves, grow, and find the path of truth. Sometimes, it may feel heavy to carry this responsibility. You may feel alone or misunderstood because few understand the strength you emanate. But remember, you are a light in the midst of darkness, and that requires courage. Your strong and silent presence also influences decisions, attitudes, and feelings. You may notice that even without saying anything, those around you change their posture, rethink their actions, and seek to align themselves with what you represent. This influence is true leadership, not the kind that seeks applause or recognition, but the kind that transforms lives simply by existing. You are a living example of how presence can speak louder than words. Therefore, take care of your energy. Be mindful of what feeds your spirit, because the quality of your presence depends on what you allow into your life. Always seek to renew yourself, connect with God, and keep your heart open to continue being this light that changes everything around you. Do not be afraid of the impact you cause. Your presence is a gift to the world, a bridge between heaven and earth. You don't need to do much to transform, just be who God has called you to be. Remember, wherever you are, carry that energy. Whether at work, at home, with friends or strangers, your presence can be the change that many are waiting for. Stay strong, chosen one. Your presence is a beacon, a silent force that inspires, uplifts, and guides. Never underestimate the power that is within you. Now, one of the skills you carry is the gift of perceiving what goes beyond what ordinary eyes see. You have a sharp intuition that works like a radar, capable of identifying hidden intentions, disguised lies, and feelings that many conceal. This gift is not a product of the mind. It is a spiritual present that God has given you to protect you and help you navigate through life with wisdom. You don't need clear proof or evidence to understand when something is not right. Your heart picks up subtle signs, small details that go unnoticed by most. It's as if you have a sixth sense to read between the lines, to see beyond the surface of words and actions. This ability makes you someone who is hard to deceive. Manipulators and fake people feel uncomfortable in your presence because they know you don't accept masks and are not swayed by appearances. This may create discomfort for them and sometimes even fear. After all, it's difficult to maintain lies when there's someone who sees the truth, even without saying anything. But this gift also brings responsibility. You know that not everyone is ready to be confronted with the truth, and it's not always the right time to reveal what you have perceived. Therefore, it is important to use this perception wisely and lovingly, avoiding hasty judgments and seeking to act with balance. The chosen one who has this gift is like a human radar, always alert, always detecting what is in the air. This sensitivity helps you make more accurate decisions, avoid traps, and protect your life and the lives of those you love. At times, this perception makes you feel different, even lonely, because few can understand such a deep capability. But know that it is precisely this sensitivity that makes you an instrument of God to transform environments and people. Value this gift, cultivate it with prayer, and always seek divine guidance to use it justly. When you read people and situations with an open heart and guided by the Spirit, you become a light in the midst of confusion, bringing clarity where there is doubt. Continue to develop this ability, chosen one. It is one of your greatest assets to walk securely and fulfill the purpose that God has for you. Chosen one, your leadership does not depend on a position, a title, or public recognition. It arises from within, from a true alignment with who you are and with the purpose that God has placed in your life. You exert influence not because you need to command or control, but because your coherence, your vision, and your authenticity speak for you. The leadership you carry is different from imposed power. While many seek to control, dominate, or manipulate to maintain status, you lead by example, by truth, and by heart. Your authority comes from integrity, wisdom, and the ability to inspire others to grow. This way of leading bothers those who depend on empty control strategies. They do not understand how you manage to influence without using force, without competing for space, without seeking crowns. To them, you are a mystery, a leader who does not need to prove anything, because you already carry royalty in your spirit. Your leadership is silent, but powerful. It transforms environments, changes mindsets, and creates spaces where truth and justice flourish. You know that being a leader is to serve, to guide with humility and courage, even when no one is watching. So, do not worry about seeking external recognition. The true leader knows that their strength comes from God, and that the impact they generate goes far beyond what the world can measure. Continue to walk firmly, being this light and this strength that many need. The truth is that you carry within you something that goes far beyond what is learned in books or schools. It is an ancient wisdom, a knowledge that comes from the deep roots of life, from the connection with the essence of who we are, and the greater purpose that God has placed in your spirit. This ancestral wisdom is not just information, it is understanding. It is feeling what is hidden. It is perceiving the truth, even when it is not spoken aloud. You know this because you have felt that inner voice that never fails, that accurate intuition that guides your steps, even when everything seems confusing. It is a gift that goes beyond reason. It is a call from the Spirit to act with security and confidence. Often, you act without needing to explain why, because you feel that you are on the right path, even if no one else sees or understands. This deep wisdom can bring admiration because few people can reach this level of consciousness and confidence. But it can also bring isolation, because those who live at this level often distance themselves from superficiality, distractions, and false certainties that dominate the common world. You are not alone, but your journey is unique, and this requires courage to remain steadfast, even when it seems like no one is by your side. You are like an ancient soul, a spirit that breathes a legacy of light and knowledge that transcends generations. This spiritual inheritance is what sustains you. It is the foundation of your understanding of the world and your role in it. When you live connected to this wisdom, every decision, every step, every word carries a weight of truth and purpose that cannot be ignored. This legacy is not just for your personal benefit. It exists to be shared, to transform lives, to inspire others to awaken their own inner wisdom. You are a beacon of light that illuminates dark paths, that brings answers where there are doubts, that generates hope where there is despair. Being chosen is not a burden that you need to bear alone. On the contrary, it is a huge privilege and a responsibility that God has entrusted to you. He has given you intelligence, wisdom, and gifts that are powerful tools to make a difference in your life and in the world around you. Even if it sometimes seems that no one understands the depth of your vision, your strength, or your purpose, know that you are exactly where you should be. You are in control of your own journey, living a calling that only you can fulfill. Do not let doubts, criticism, or fear steal your confidence. Do not apologize for being different, for thinking beyond the ordinary, for leading with wisdom and humility. The world needs people like you, who do not settle for the obvious, who see beyond, and who have the courage to follow what they feel in their hearts. Now is the time to fully embrace who you are. Live with courage and faith, knowing that you are made to lead and inspire. Your mission is unique, and the light that you carry is necessary to illuminate paths, to open doors, and to awaken consciousnesses that have been dormant. You are a living flame that ignites other lights around you. Stay strong, chosen one. Keep learning, growing, and serving. Your journey is an example for many, and the impact you will have will be much greater than you can imagine. Even if not everyone recognizes it now, your walk is already changing lives. Always remember, you are chosen, a natural leader, someone who carries an ancient and profound wisdom. Your voice, your presence, and your vision are essential for the times we are living in. Therefore, embrace your role with confidence and determination. The world needs what only you can offer. Do not let the fear of rejection or doubt about your abilities hold you back. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow and strengthen your faith. God is by your side, guiding your steps and strengthening your spirit. Your journey is not just about you. It is about the impact you can have on the lives of others. So hold your head high, take a deep breath, and move forward with the certainty that you are called to great things. Your light is needed, your talent is indispensable, and your mission is essential.